Alright, what's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to explain all the controls on the side of this Harman pellet stove. I have a P68. This should be the same in all the P-Series pellet stoves that Harman sells. Alright, all your controls are right here. If you're looking at your stove, they'll be on the right side of your stove. Alright, your controls are all gonna look like this, or some of the newer ones are color coded. And I'll put a picture of that here on the screen, what yours is gonna look like. It's all pretty much the same, it's just they decided to make it colored. Now, my stove says stove temp and room temp. The new stoves are gonna say constant burn and room temp. And the bottom will be green and the top is like an orange color. Then the bottom down here, if you set your stove on this setting down here, you're gonna want to set the temperature over here, but you're going to use this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So if you're on constant burn, you're going to put it on low or high and set it on these, and it's just going to go off of the temperature of inside the stove. It ain't going to go off the temperature that you would set this at, so you would ignore these. That's why I think they started making these color coded. So pretty much this constant burn or stove temp mode is going to keep this stove at the same temperature no matter what the inside of your temperature is in your house or the outside temperature outside. Now if you set it to room temperature mode, you're going to go off these temperatures right here from 50 all the way up to 90. Now that's going to sense the temperature of wherever you have your room probe, the probe that you put in the back of this stove, or like my stove, I have my room probe is actually hooked to the end of a thermostat wire, and it's upstairs, and I have this pellet stove hooked up to a thermostat. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video if you want to see how I hook this stove up to a digital thermostat, because I have my pellet stove downstairs and I try to keep my living room, which is upstairs, at like 73 degrees. So with me having that digital thermostat upstairs, it helps a lot to have that digital thermostat. This little switch right here is for pretty much what it says, auto igniter or manual igniter. Maybe you're trying to save electricity, maybe because your electricity went out and you're running this off of a battery. Maybe you're going to want it in manual mode. That way you can manually light it, because it's going to use more electricity if you have it in auto mode. I pretty much run mine in auto mode all the time. I've run it like that for about 9 years. And I let the little igniter inside light my pellets. So you can either put it in auto to automatically light it, or like I said, manual to manually light it. Then up here we got our feed adjuster, or on the new stoves it might say feed limit up here. And I think that it's like a blue color on the newer stoves. And all this is going to do is how much pellets you got in your hopper. The average setting normally is right around 4. Like I have mine between a 3 and a 4. If I would put this all the way down to 1, I would have a lot less pellets in my burn pot. If I put it all the way up to 6, the pellets might be coming out of my burn pot before they get fully burnt. So just watch that. This is how I've been running my stove. I have it between 3 and 4, and I like mine room temperature between a low and high, so I guess medium. And this don't matter. Since I have it hooked to a thermostat, I can keep this wherever I want, just so it's above 70. And this little port down here, that's for the technicians. The Harman pellet stove technician guys will have that. I don't have one of them myself. Oh, here's another thing, I guess. If you would turn this all the way to test, it'll run through all your blower motors, and I think the auger will run, just to see if everything's running correctly. So I hope I explained everything. I guess the biggest thing you'll have to remember is room temperature is for the 50 degrees to 90 degrees. The stove temperature, this bottom one, is for 1 through 7. And then you got auto, manual, and how many pellets you want in your hopper. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below if this video helped you out. And try to watch one of my other 13 videos that I have on this same pellet stove. God bless and have a great day.